What's going on, folks? What's happening to all of my YouTubers? Listen, guys, I'm not even sure. I was trying to go on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time. I haven't been live inside this platform directly in a long time. But man, hey, how's everyone doing? This is going to be a quick conversation. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. This is the Monday. I want to timestamp this. This is the Monday after my Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the daggone Dallas Cowboys. My smile is fake. My smile is fake. I'm not happy. But here's the deal. I wanted to go live. I'm about to start off a series about the shrinking middle class. It is absolutely a state of an emergency, and it's timely in regards to the politics of things that's taking place, regardless of what side of what team you rooting for, the red team or the blue team. Bottom line is, we live in one America, one Earth, and it's a matter of survival. And a lot of things are happening right now around us that is putting our families at jeopardy. And there's a thing that's happening in terms of a shrinking middle class. And I thought it was quite timely that I went back to my library and I pulled out a book that I read about 20 years ago, about 20 years ago almost, which is crazy. And at this time, this gentleman right here, who y'all might be familiar with, you got Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki. Why we want you to be rich. Why we want you to be rich. And this was before he became a politician. But in this book, and I said, man, let me read this book. Why we want you to be rich. And one of the things that they talk about is the shrinking middle class. And they're talking about a lot of the things that's going on right now. We're all familiar with Medicare, Medicaid, pensions, and all that stuff is in jeopardy. We understand that. The what am I looking for? The deficit in America is at an all-time high and just keeps growing. They don't even talk about that anymore in politics. And the fact that this is the key part in this book, it says there's going to be two choices. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. The middle class is about to be obsolete. It's in this book. I don't want you to. I'll give you the viewing of it. You don't have to go spend your money. You could actually go on YouTube and listen to it being read out. But I thought that was quite interesting and alarming that the person who co-authored a book called The Rich, Why We Want You to Be Rich, and stated that there's going to be only the rich and the poor, is now has been the president of the United States and trying to get back into the presidency. That's quite interesting. And the key thing is two things. They basically said it's inevitable. The middle class is about to become obsolete. I'll never forget my mentor, who's a multimillionaire. He said the only difference between the rich, the poor, and the middle class is the middle class has good credit. They got credit cards, and that is being exhausted right now. The only difference between a poor and the middle class is the middle class have good credit, and that is being exhausted right now. Understand this. And what they're saying in this book, and I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna read some highlights. In the beginning is a bunch of fluff on how Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump met, how they was brought up and raised in entrepreneurship by their rich dads, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna get to the meat and the potatoes where they talk about how they suggest you become rich. Because reality is, if this is what it is, you can either be rich or poor. Wouldn't you want to learn how to become rich? So they give you some options in here. I'm excited to get to the page where they talk about network marketing, which is my bag. That's what I do. Real estate All that stuff is in here. So I'm excited. I want to encourage you to like my page, subscribe to my page. We're about to pull some content out of this and books similar to this, man. We're going to really be talking about ways of putting you in a position where you are upper middle class, your finances is on point, and you become a first generation millionaire. And this is the time to get that done. And I'm very excited for you. I want you to join our tribe, join our community, continue to come back, subscribe, like, comment, ask questions, all those things we want to receive from you so that we can make this a vibrant, ongoing community. I'm committed to the commitment of doing videos, okay? It's not my greatest thing. I don't usually come live, as you probably see, but I'm committed to getting that done and doing that to bring more content to this platform and bring more value to each and every one of you. So we're about to dig in. This book, Why We Want You to Be Rich, and it says, as I conclude, there's only going to be two types of people: the rich and the poor. The poor, the middle class is going to slide, and that's what we're feeling. We're already feeling it. People are making good money but feel broke. People right now are making good money. You got six-figure income earners who's living paycheck to paycheck. You have six-figure income, high six-figure income earners robbing Peter to pay Paul, working two, three jobs, stressed out, overextended, poor or rich. I mean, that's just simply where we sit. That's the reality we're in right now. And we're going to dive into it to see how we navigate and win this game so that we come out on top. So, man, I appreciate you guys. I just want to do a quick video. If you have this book in your library, pull it out. It's about a 20-year-old book. I bought it. As a matter of fact, I let someone borrow my original copy that I had, and I never got it back. But I went to a used bookstore and was able to cop this one for just $8. And that's what I encourage you guys to do. I'm an advocate of creating a library. A library is something that you can leave behind to your children and your children's children because they're attacking books right now. It's one thing to read off of a phone, but when you can open up a book and in 100 years from now, they'll be able to see the things you wrote in your book. They'll see the pages that you folded. I think that's powerful. I think that's absolutely amazing. And I encourage you to do that. So go buy the books, get the books, start building up a library so that you can leave your library, your legacy to your children and your children's children. And we're going to be breaking down books inside this space along with other conversations. So, man, let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. I appreciate you all. Thanks for jumping in. Again, remember, if you don't come from a generation of millionaires, decide to be the first. Become a first generation millionaire, break generational curses, and become a boss and take control of your destiny. That's what we're all about. We want to take charge. Let's go and let's grow.